Hello my strong friends. Today we are going to talk about deloads in this 5-Minute Friday video. Hopefully I'll answer some general questions that you have. This has been asked ever since I started 5-Minute Friday because I always talk about deloads in my training. So I hope that you guys enjoy this and find something helpful. If you do, be sure to give this video a like, especially if you requested this one. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I'm Meg and I make videos about powerlifting and training and fitness stuff. And 5-Minute Friday we talk about a specific topic and I try to explain something or give you a new perspective in 5 minutes or in the 5-minute mark-ish. Okay, I don't have much time, so let's get right into the video. The first question that may be on your mind is, what the heck is a deload anyway? And a deload is simply a purposeful reduction in your training volume and intensity with the goal of improving your recovery. Also, it is great for preventing injuries, helping you improve your performance throughout your entire program. It is important that we talk a little bit about the law of supercompensation. When we're trying to get strong, we are applying stress to our bodies. After that stress, what we need to happen is we need to recover, and if we're given the opportunity to recover, our bodies can super compensate to that stress and adapt to that stress. So remember that if your body is given the chance to recover, usually what that means is if you have a baseline before you introduce stress to your body, and then when you can recover from it, your level of fitness or your level of strength or power will be higher than your initial baseline after you've had an opportunity to give stress and then recover from it. And in order to do that, we have to consider fatigue management as one of our very important training principles. A deload is probably the most popular or most common form of fatigue management. While all lifters should be considering some sort of fatigue management, it is especially important for lifters who are outside, especially freshly outside of that beginner training phase. Usually when you're running a linear progression and having some success, or having success and hitting PRs every week, and you're just constantly getting stronger week after week, you may not have to consider fatigue management as much as someone who is a little bit more experienced or advanced of a lifter. Remember, advanced lifters, that doesn't mean that you are the strongest. It's not a strength measurement. It is a training age measurement, and it is a rate of progression measurement. So if you aren't progressing week after week, you probably want to think hard and really consider fatigue management. Now, a deload is usually programmed with lower training volumes. So let's say usually you squat 5x5. You may lower that volume of training so that you aren't doing as much work, so that you can recover a little bit, so that you can just feel better throughout the rest of your training program. Intensities may be lower, but you can get away with keeping the intensity, so the maximum weight that you have on the bar or heavy weight that you have on the bar, you can get away with keeping that intensity high, but it is going to depend on lifter to lifter and how you respond to different variables of training. If you feel like you don't need a deload, you're probably not training hard enough. Really hard training week after week is going to overall just deplete your glycogen levels week after week, and also create like micro traumas to your body. So if you're not giving your body the chance to recover from those micro traumas, they could turn into muscle strains. They can also just increase cumulative fatigue, whereas acute fatigue is something that you do want to see, but cumulative fatigue over weeks of training is something that you don't want to see, and not a phase that you want to stay in. That kind of fatigue that's built up over weeks of training can just result in lower performance. It can result in bad technique or technique mistakes under a heavy load. Usually that derives from an inability to really perform to the best of your ability. So your solution here is to ensure that fatigue management is worked into your program. Hopefully that's with a deload. That's how I program. That's how I recommend. To make sure that you're finding something that's working for you, I recommend a deload every 3 to 6 weeks. Think about lowering your volume training sometime within there and see if it helps you recover better. See if it increases your gains. Sometimes training more isn't always the answer, but if you truly feel like you don't need a deload and you can just keep on going, either you're in that beginner phase of training or you may not be training hard enough. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this 5-minute Friday. Hopefully it's under 5 minutes. Yeah, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do that. And if you enjoyed this or found any of this information helpful, be sure to give that a like. Let me know what you guys want to see next week on 5-minute Friday. I've been like checking off your requests, so hopefully I can do the same next week. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.